So I'm just going to do a present value question, okay? But this time you're going to have to make a choice between two plans, right? So we're going to have to do the word twice, but you're probably going to see some difference in the way that the numbers work out. In this case, we can just read the question. Alexandra is making arrangements to start her own business in 4 years and estimates that she will need $26,000, okay, total in order to get the business started, right? So she's going to invest she needs some amount of money to invest, but she needs it to equal $26,000 at the end of the 4 years, right? And so she's going to compare these two investment plans, okay? And they're just subtly different the way that they're set up, right? So you can see right off the bat, plan A, you're earning 0.2% more interest, okay? And it's going to be compounded semi-annually. That's going to be the same thing as biannually, okay? So twice per year, every 6 months, okay? And plan B is 4.9% per annum, compounded quarterly, okay? Now, these two things here are a little tricky in the sense that they're going to change the way the question gets done just a little bit, okay? But overall, you're still going to use your present value equation, and it's still going to be A divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. Okay, that's not going to change, right? So let's just dive right in here and do it the same way that we've been doing it, okay? So you're going to write out your knowns and unknowns. So my present value is the thing I want to know, okay? And then your amount is $26,000, right? Because that's what she needs to, in order, or what she figures she needs in order to start the company, right? Her own business, okay? Now I is going to be very similar, so I'm going to take the interest rate, the 5.1%. That's 5.1, and I have to divide it by 100. Okay, that's going to be the 0.051. Okay, now normally in some of the other compounded interest questions, we continue to do this. We just move on, right? But the catch with this one is, because this is compounded semi-annually, it means that you're not going to get all of the all of the 5.1% every time it gets compounded, right? Because that would just be crazy, right? Be a crazy amount of interest. You'll notice it's 5.1% per annum. Okay, that means every year you get 5.1%. Okay, how that 5.1% gets broken down is determined by how it's getting compounded. Okay, in this case, it's semi-annually, right? So you're going to take this 5.1% that you're earning, and it's going to get compounded semi-annually. Okay, so every 6 months, which means I have to break it into 2. Okay, which is going to equal, I could just do the math on that on your calculator. You can go 0.051 divided by 2. Okay. So that's how much interest you're going to earn every compounding period. Okay. And if there's 2 of them, then you're going to get your total 5.1% interest for the year. Okay. Now the number of compounding periods is it has to be in there for 4 years. Okay. And you're going to earn interest twice per year. So you're going to earn interest twice per year. It's going to be in there for 4 years. So the number of compounds is going to be 8. Okay. And so now you're free just to type it into your calculator. PV is equal to 26,000 divided by 1 plus 0.0255 to the power of 8. Okay. We can go to our calculator. We can go 0.0255 to the power of 8. It's going to equal that. Okay. Okay. I can't be right. Let's try this again here. Let's try this. Oh, I know what I did. It's not 0, is it? It's 1.0. That's what it is. 255 to the exponent 8. There we go. That's better. So you get 26,000 divided by 1.223. Okay. Okay, there you go. 21,259, and we'll call it 20 cents. Okay, so that's how much money she has to invest with Plan A in order to get $26,000 after 4 years. Okay, it's got to be $21,259.20. That's how much she has to invest up front, right? And then over the 4 years, she's going to earn the rest in interest in order to get her to 26,000. Okay, now sometimes you're going to have to make a decision, right? Like Alexandra here, right? You're going to pretend to be the financial advisor here, and you're going to have to advise Alexandra which of the two plans she should choose so that she has obviously the lowest upfront cost to her, right? So the initial investment, right? So we'll do the Plan B stuff in red here, okay? And again, you're using the same equation. It's A divided by 1 plus I to the power of n. Okay, so PV is, again, I want to know what PV is, and then the amount is going to be 26,000. Okay, the interest rate, just be careful with this. We'll talk about this again. The interest rate for Plan B was 4.9%. Okay, we're going to have to divide that by 100, so it's 0.049. Okay, now, again, if you remember, back to my purple, you're going to have to figure out how much percent you earn per compounding period. Okay, so depending on if it's compounded quarterly or for Plan A, it was semi-annually. This time it's compounded quarterly. Okay, which means it's going to happen every 3 months. Okay, and remember that at the end of the year, you have to equal the 4.9%. That's how much you earn every year. The way it gets compounded is broken down differently. Okay, so you're going to earn the 4.9%, but you're going to earn it quarterly. So divide it by 4. Okay, so we can go over here now. It's 0.049 divided by 4. That's how much interest let's carry all of them. That's how much interest you're going to earn each compounding period. Okay. Now the number of compounding periods is going to depend on, again, if it's happening 4 times per year, right? And it's going to be in there for 4 years. That's 16 compounds that you get. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this in black. Okay. I'll try to keep this in red here. So again, it's 4 compounding periods times 4 years is 16. And now you're just free to plug into your equation. So PV is going to be the 26,000 divided by 1 plus 0.049. 0.01225 to the power of 16. So it's 26,000 divided by 1.0125. 1225 to the power of 16. Okay, so I'm going to do the math on the bottom. So it's 1.01225 to the exponent of 16. Okay, 1.21. It's 26,000 divided by 1.215. Okay, 26,000 divided by 1.215. 21,399. Okay, and 18 cents, we'll call it. Okay, so under Plan B, okay, that's going to cost her a little bit more up front, right, for the same end goal, right? So if I was to advise Alexandra, if you were to advise Alexandra, oops, should go with Plan A because it's cheaper. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's really just taking our compound interest equation and flipping it around. Okay, that's finding something else. Okay, something else of interest, depending on the way the question's worded, right? So your job is going to be able to, or going to be being able to pick between all of these equations and solving for, or selecting the right equation and solving for the correct thing that we're looking for, okay, in order to actually answer a question, right? But I promise you, this is like heavily, doesn't get more real than this. You're all probably going to do this at some point, and interest in general is everywhere, right? Because it's how people or companies make money, right? So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Okay, hopefully that's a good video. I thought this is useful for you. Okay, particularly if you go to buy a house or whatever, right? At least breaking the interest or the number of compounding periods down allows you to make an informed decision, right? Which is what we're trying to do. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.